It's time to roll out the red carpet, and we're talking about Communist China's warm welcome to America's top CEOs. But a new law could make business even riskier in the CCP. America's top intel warning a sweeping anti-espionage law that goes into effect today gives Beijing expanded legal grounds for accessing and controlling data held by U.S. firms in China. Here to react, Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin of the Armed Services Committee. Senator, great to have you on. Why are these companies waking up to this threat of China? What's going on here? Why are we not seeing the kind of shift that we saw under the Trump administration of companies starting to bring their businesses back home?
Well, underneath the Trump administration, he put out warnings that this was going to happen. And during the Trump administration and the Obama administration, China was really aggressively going after U.S. companies to bring manufacturing over. And so they were real relaxed. But one thing they did require is that the CCP, the Communist or the Chinese Communist Party, would own part of the businesses doing business there, but they'd also have access to the data. What this new law that goes in effect today, it specifically goes after the company plus the individuals, meaning the CEOs and all the employees, and expands coverage to anything that they would deem secret or intelligence to any documents, data, material, or items related to national security. And here's the thing. It doesn't define what those items are. So anything that they deem important, they could go after you personally. That is a huge concern because it opens up all types of liability for anything that you might have said on social media inside the United States, anything that you might have said in private in your hotel room, but China is always listening. That's what the Communist Party does. It says anything for any employee, any executive, anybody that was on your board. You could be personally held liable, and they could arrest you when you're inside China if they deem it a national security risk.
You know what I see at the heart of this, Senator, is that globalism and this idea, and we've had polling all this week on the drop in patriotism among American citizens. I'm having a hard time understanding why these CEOs, if not because of the bottom line, but just because they must understand that China's aims are to take over America, that they have very nefarious goals here.
You're absolutely correct, but the problem is they want to do business inside the United States, but because of the regulatory environment we have, they can't. I'll give you a good example. There's a company that does antibiotics, and they're the largest antibiotic producer in the world, which is important. We have to have that. We only produce around 1%, if even less than 1% of antibiotics that we use inside the United States. The majority of it is done inside China, but they're wanting to come to the U.S. When I spoke to the CEO who was wanting help, he said it would take 7 years for him to get cleared the permits that's required underneath the current administration, underneath all these environmental rules and NEPA rules that never seem to end. He says, and that's before we could even start the process of producing. So it'd be 8 to 9 years before a product would hit. These CEOs can't take that kind of hit. They still have a board. They still have employees that they got to be pay attention to as they're moving forward, because obviously they got to keep people employed. So the issue that we have is, what is the United States going to do about this? This is a great opportunity. As CEOs are personally scared, board members are personally scared. This is a great opportunity for the Biden administration, if they weren't so full of activists and actually be business friendly, to say, hey, look, we're going to open the doors. We're going to streamline all the permits and allow you to bring your business right back here to the United States. If we would take advantage of this new rule going into effect today, you would see an absolute swell of manufacturing coming back to the United States. Literally overnight. We saw it under the Trump administration. We saw things moving in that direction, and then they stopped. And it just brings me back to the fact that Joe Biden has family business with China, and one has to wonder if that has played into our policy, and it's hurting our companies and it's hurting our national security. Well, of course, if the Democrats were in charge and President Trump was in office, they'd be accusing him doing exactly what Hunter Biden and the big guy at that time, Vice President Joe Biden, and now President Joe Biden, was actually doing. You cannot think that doesn't have something to do with it. I'm sorry, but when you have direct relationships with a CCP company, the Chinese Communist Party, that owns an energy company, who has obviously paid you and your son millions of dollars You cannot think this wouldn't have something to do with it. And there's no way, there's zero chance they would do this underneath President Trump, because this is a direct attack on United States citizens and businesses. When they talk about the word espionage, that's what the lead title of this, espionage and national security, with no definition, that holds every American citizen that goes to China to do business or on vacation liable for just about anything the Communist Party of China wants to interpret and could arrest you and hold you in contempt for.
Yeah, it's incredible. I want to pivot to this. Education Secretary Cardona is calling you out for being in favor of, this decision on student debt and the loans, and saying that you're being hypocritical because you were tied to companies that receive PPP loans. So listen to this.
It's outrageous to me that Republicans in Congress and state offices fought so hard against a program that would have helped millions of their own constituents. They had no problem handing trillion-dollar tax cuts to big corporations and the super wealthy. And many had no problems accepting millions of dollars in forgiven pandemic loans. Like Senator Markwayne Mullin from Oklahoma had more than $1.4 million in pandemic loans forgiven. He represents 489,000 eligible borrowers that were turned down today.
Your response?
Well, this is what happens when you put activists in charge of the White House and the government. This guy has no clue what was really happening in the real world and what the difference between a student loan is and a mandate that the government put down. Remember, the mandate was that we had to shut our businesses down, but they wanted us to keep our employees and the compensation the same. The Paycheck Protection Program had strict requirements. You had to have 60% of it had to go to employee payroll, and the rest of it was very restricted on what you could spend it on, for instance, like a mortgage or rent. We had to take that out in order to keep our employees in place because of the government mandate that shut us down. A student loan is something you chose. You chose to take the loan to go to college. You chose to get a degree or not to get a degree to finish that student loan out. You can't compare them. They're apples and oranges. And by the way, Paycheck Protection Program was designed to be forgiven. It was designed, if you hit the matrix that they required, they would be forgiven. Student loans were never designed to be forgiven. It was actually your responsibility, and it still is your responsibility. 87% of the American people doesn't have student loans. So why should 87% be paying for the 13%?
Yeah, you make a fair distinction. And now we know that move to forgive those loans was unconstitutional. Senator Mullin, so great to have you on. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on.
You got it. Happy 4th of July.
Appreciate it. I love celebrating America.
All right. Take care.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.